What's up, internet? My name's Ori. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. You like this video, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. Today is Sunday, September 11th, day 68 inside the Big Brother house. This is also a day, especially here in the US, that we take time to try and remember and memorialize the terrible events that took place back in 2001, which also do have a connection with Big Brother. It's one of the few times in Big Brother's history where house guests were informed of events that were going on outside the house that weren't just, fluff news pieces like sports teams winning a championship or celebrities getting married or having a baby. These were real events that had real impact on millions of people's lives, especially those inside the house at the time. I still remember the scene of the house guests walking into the diary room with all of the newspaper clippings all over the wall for them to kind of soak in all of the information and take in the gravity of the situation. And it was one of those moments too where I feel like watching people in real time process that was helpful to many to see that, yeah, you know what, I'm struggling with all this as well. And it was something that people could relate to see how others were handling this information. And it was something that was almost therapeutic in a weird way. But with that said, we do have a lot to talk about on what happened on the live feeds yesterday. And when I mean a lot, I mean a lot. So the night before, the house guests were informed and kind of warned that the veto competition would be very early. They just didn't realize how early. They got them up way early in the morning, and it was kind of a surprise to them. They didn't even give them a lot of time. And I don't know how I feel about this. On one hand, I love the idea of a surprise competition. One of my favorite things in Big Brother history was Big Brother Canada when they would do surprise evictions. And there was this great scene where Alyssa, the host of the show, is kind of behind one of the two-way mirrors, and you can see the house guests just running around doing their thing. And she's like, they don't know that someone is about to be evicted from the house. So those kind of surprises are amazing and make for very entertaining things. This, though, I felt like maybe they were a little too strict, because not only was it a surprise and they didn't give him much of a warning, Monte apparently was not able to compete in this competition because he didn't make it downstairs in time. Yeah, he was DQ'd because he was late. That has to be a first in Big Brother. I cannot think of another time that's ever happened where somebody was just late to go to where the competition was supposed to happen and they didn't get to play. Maybe there's more to it. Maybe we'll find out more information on the episode, or maybe we're thinking it was one thing and maybe it was another, but still, to not get to compete just because you were, put your contacts in so you could see during the competition feels a little weird to me. It was some kind of puzzle competition. Apparently there were like ladders and gears that they had to put things in. So I would assume it was one of those competitions where like you have to line up the gears a certain way and they only fit together one way and then they'll turn. So I'm assuming it was that kind of competition, which suited Brittany very, very well. And she won the power of veto. She now has the ability to take herself off the block. And yeah, this is kind of game changing here because she was the person who was going to be leaving. If even Alyssa were to come down, let's say Turner had won and he used the power of veto on Alyssa, or Alyssa had won the veto and taken herself down, Brittany still most likely would have been the person to be evicted. But the fact that she's now off the block means whoever goes up in her place, there's a really good chance they might actually leave and head to jury. So what are Monte's plans? What is he going to do now? He has already promised Turner that he's not going on the block. So at this moment, Taylor will be the replacement nominee. He's actually told her this as well, which their conversation was a little awkward because after telling her that, she's going up the block and she's like, so, you're basically saying you trust him more than me, which he didn't use those exact words, but that's kind of what she was saying, is that you don't trust me not to vote out Turner. Got it. But after they had their little chat, he goes, this is probably a bad time. Can you put some lotion on my back? It's like, dude, you just told her she's probably going up on the block. Probably not the best time is an understatement. Which she then did, and she had a great line. She's like, I'm literally scratching your back right now. You better scratch mine next week. And so it seems like right now the plan is for Taylor to go up on the block. But there's a lot of time until the veto ceremony that will take place tomorrow. And we have this whole day now for things to change. Only problem is, I think the way they're going about it is, if anything, going to work against her. So Brittany was pushing for Turner to go up as a replacement nominee. She would much rather keep Taylor. But the fact of her doing that is only going to reinforce that, hey, Brittany and Taylor are much tighter. And in a situation where one of them wins the veto next week and he's on the block, they will keep each other over him. So he feels much safer if Turner were to be in that situation, because he feels like Turner would keep him over Brittany or Taylor, especially if they send Alyssa to jury this week. That said, the plan right now, at least the one that Monte and Turner have discussed, is like, yeah, look, like, are you still cool with Alyssa going? You can, blame it on me, make it a 1-1 tie, and then he'll break the tie and then send Alyssa home, to jury. So that seems to be the plan they're going with now. But Brittany keeps trying to push this idea with Taylor that they need to try and change Monte's mind. But again, I feel like, if anything, this is just going to push Monte to want to then go, well, you know what? If I can't get Brittany out, maybe it's a good idea to get Taylor out, because I know those two are going to pick each other over myself. This season just keeps on delivering on being completely unpredictable and completely wild. People who don't normally win competitions are coming in clutch when they really need to, and I am just thoroughly entertained by the twists and turns this season has taken. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. Now, we do have tonight the second part of the double eviction episode. So if you guys are unaware, if you're fairly new to Big Brother, or maybe you don't even really see it this way, the way I've always seen double evictions are, they're really two-part episodes. You have the live double eviction episode, which is one way of just viewing complete madness and chaos and excitement. And then there's always that Sunday episode where you see everything that happened in between the competition moments, all of the little conversations. We're going to see Michael trying to pitch to Alyssa and Taylor to keep him over Brittany, and this episode should be a lot of fun. We will be live over on Twitch doing a watch along for that. We've been doing them on Sundays and Wednesdays episodes over on Twitch. The Thursday live streams are always going to stay right here for the live evictions, so don't worry about that. But we will be live over on Twitch. So if you aren't following that, links are in the description down below. Also, a pinned comment will have the links to my Twitch, my Twitter, our Discord, where you can join the conversation over there as well. So everything you need to follow everything that goes on in the Ori universe, you are more than welcome to follow or ignore, depending on what you want. But yeah, there was lots of conversations throughout the day about, what should happen here and there. But really, it's all going to come down to what Monte decides to do and whether or not Brittany and Taylor can convince him to put Turner up. And then if they do, they more than likely send Turner to jury. Taylor could also go if they went that way, and maybe Monte could decide, hey, after this pitch they're given, he sees they're really tight, and Taylor is the one to go. So it's going to be kind of a wild guess on who's actually going to be leaving and headed to jury this week. Your guess is as good as mine right now, because depending on who goes up and where people sway, and there's so much time until Thursday, anything could happen. But That's why we watch. That's why we watch this show. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Once again, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. And I will see you next time.